What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review. This time I'm reviewing It, Chapter 2. Man, let me tell you something. First of all, the first It, that movie review was like my first popular movie review on my YouTube channel. It was the first one that really just did good numbers. And now we back again, man. Pennywise is back on the scene. And we knew it was coming. We knew we had a whole nother half to finish. And so now, you know, we deal with the Losers Club all grown up. Now, the last It was an absolute smash. It's one of the highest grossing rated R movies of all time. And it just blew everybody away. You know, I saw it at the movies twice. I really enjoyed it. Because I was a fan of like the original It that came for the made for TV, played by Tim Curry. I loved him as Pennywise. He's still to me, naturally creepier than the new Pennywise. Because the new Pennywise, there's a lot of, like a whole bunch of CGI going on with the new Pennywise. Even down to like, even when you think you're not really looking at like special effects. I found out through a video recently that they'll anchor Pennywise's head and make everything else move around it, which is really creepy. But I feel like Tim Curry nailed it just on the pure look of the clown alone. Just looked super scary back in the day because they both look completely different than one another. And I appreciate the new Pennywise as well. Skarsgård kills it as Pennywise, but it was something just low-key and naturally creepy about Tim Curry's Pennywise. I'm scared of clowns in real life, so naturally I love a good scare from a creepy clown. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna get to me. It's personal. You know, my fear of clowns is personal, so when I go watch the movie, I'm all in on the scare. Now, the critics haven't liked this one as much as the last installment, and you know, that's gonna be the ultimate question when you watch this review. Is it better than the last one? Is it worth my time? I think if you enjoyed the first one, I think you'll enjoy this one too. Will you enjoy it as much? That remains to be seen. But I enjoyed it. Like, I feel like the cast of the Grown Up Losers Club, I enjoyed them as a cast. Bill Hader, he's a standout among the cast because he had the funniest lines, and like, you know the thing between Richie and Eddie still works as grown men. Like, they were hilarious together as kids, they were hilarious together here. And like, for me, what makes It win is that you care about these kids who are now grown adults. You care about the Losers Club. And that's what makes good horror movies to me. Like, you know, horror movies just became, let's focus on the killer. All the victims are just expendable. And then you just don't care anymore. Like, when you care about the victims, that makes you get more invested in the movie. Now you're really on the edge of your seat. Because you may not want these people to die, even though you know they might. You're on the edge of your seat for everybody now, instead of just one virgin. You're on the edge of your seat for the whole squad now. And I feel like that makes better. That's why I like the Conjuring movies a lot, because I cared about the family that, you know, was victim to the spirits in the house. Like, I just feel like once you care about the victims, it makes the horror that much more fun. I will say It Chapter 2, the set pieces in the sequel, I feel like, are more elaborate. You know, some of the scenes and some of the scares Pennywise presents to them are just super elaborate. I will argue this. There's a scene in Chapter 2, to me, that's the scariest Pennywise scene to date. I'll just say that. You know, I do the spoiler-free action over here. If you want a spoiler-filled review, let me know in the comment section. If it's enough requests for it, I'll do it, but much later on. But there's a scene in this that I will put, if I had to rank the Pennywise scenes, scariest to least scariest, this scene in particular in Chapter 2, I would put as number 1. And there's another intense scene in this movie as well. There's a few intense scenes. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna just say the bleachers, and I'll just leave it at that. The bleachers. Pennywise is creepy, man. Like, you know, I would hate to have him on my ass, but that's one of my critiques of the movie. Like, how does he choose who he kills? And because I feel like with the Losers Club, he always never really wanted to kill them in the first. He could have got all of them. He could have got all of them when they were kids, realistically. But like, you know, something would always happen and then he would leave. But if he has access to you at any point in time, why would he just kill the Losers Club? Why didn't he kill Beverly in the first one at the sink? She was home alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not kill her then? So I just always wondered, like, what made him kill and what made him not kill. Like, and if fear is his power source, then why did he kill Georgie? Like, Georgie wasn't scared of him. Georgie was scared of him after he bit his arm off. But initially, like, you know, he was like, hey, my beau, he having a conversation with a clown in the sewer, which I still don't get. I've never been that naive as a child to have a full conversation with a clown in the sewer. No, I don't care if you knew my name. The fact that you knew my name and you're a clown in the sewer, I would have burst into flames right then and there. I would have disintegrated on my own fear. When he killed Georgie, there was no fear there. So I'm like I'm not sure how Pennywise works. And I'm not entirely sure about his origin or, you know, why he existed, you know, where he came from. They kind of touch on it in this one, and it's still kind of fuzzy to me. Like, even though, you know, Mike breaks it down kind of, I'm still just like, wait, what? You know, I'm still kind of confused on that. And I haven't read the book. I haven't read the Stephen King novel. I tried to. I started it when I was a kid. Like, I started reading it in like 1990. I just didn't finish it. It was thick. Like, it's a thick book. So, you know, but my brother and my mom read it all. Yeah, so I'm still kind of fuzzy on that. That's why, you know, in chapter 1, we didn't need the full explanation because it's part of a larger story. So when you watch chapter 1, it was just like Goonies with edge. It was Goonies where our lives are at stake for real, for real. This is rated R, we cussing. There's a sadistic clown after us. It's Goonies squared. I feel like that element wasn't as fun when you put the adults in that situation. But you still get the nostalgia because you still have a lot of flashback scenes to the younger Losers Club, and then now the adults, you still care about them as adults as well. So that element was good. Like, but I really enjoyed the interactions with Pennywise, some scary moments. But I would have to say that I lean towards the first one. It wasn't as good and as streamlined as the first one, in my opinion. And I felt like the end was kind of bloated. Like, I feel like they just kept it going far too long. And it felt long. Like, chapter 2 felt long. Like, especially once they got towards the end. Like, you know, because I was all in up until the end, and I'm just like, all right, guys, wrap this up. You know what I mean? So those are my real critiques. One of the takeaways is that Mike was brave to stay in town. Because I kind of almost feel like you would have a better life if you just left town and forgot about Derry. Well, not really a better life because they still struggled with everything they were struggling with. So they were never really normal, even though they may have felt that way because they forgot. But for Mike to stay in town and just take like, I'm going to walk past where I had interactions with Pennywise all the time, that's bravery right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Think about your core group of friends. Is anybody in your crew that brave to be like, you know what, I'm going to sit tight and stay in the trauma. Y'all go out and live your lives. No, I'm not doing that. I'm out. I'm gonna try to be the first one out of town. Matter of fact, I'm moving in the first I'm moving that day. Like, when everybody's cutting their hands, I'm like, where's Tony at? I'm already on the bus to Seattle. You know, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm getting the hell out of here. Like, I wouldn't even made the pack. I'd be like, we killed Pennywise, y'all. I'm out. I'd have left, you know, but shout out to Mike Hanlon for sticking around. Another takeaway is the casting of the adult Losers Club. I liked it. I liked everybody. The guy that played Stanley, he actually looked like the younger kid. Like, when I thought about the younger kid in the new Stanley, I'm like, are they related for real? Like, I thought that was pretty dope. And I just feel like the casting was strong. And you got Jessica Chastain, you got James MacLeod. These cats can act. So it's like they didn't just dig in the barrel of like, let's just get some horror movie people. No, they got some seasoned actors out here. And Bill Hader, like I said, man, he was great. He was great. And I'm not trying to, stick sides with the funny people because I'm a funny person as well. But, put funny people in more horror movies, man. We can add a lot to the movie. And, Bill Hader definitely added a lot to the movie. Yeah, so those are my takeaways right there. But forget all that. You want to know the smooth jazz review of It Chapter 2. Oh, bars. Well, here it is. Oh, yeah. I'm giving It Chapter 2 3 saxophones out of 5. How you like that, Pennywise? I'm reviewing your movie. What if I turn back around and Pennywise is right here? I'll be mad at y'all because y'all didn't give me the heads up. He was right there. All right, peeps, that's my review of It Chapter 2. Let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments section below. Let me know what you thought of the It that came out a couple years ago. Let me know what you thought about the original made-for-TV It. What do you think about Tim Curry as Pennywise versus the new Pennywise? Let me know in the comment section below. I personally believe that they both did great. They both had different takes on the character. I believe that they both they bring the chills. But I will say, Tim Curry's just natural look as that clown, it's still something about the way he just looked regular, just standing in the clothesline. No effects, no nothing, just him. Oh, ha. Anyway, let me know what you thought in the comment section below, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as usual, we out here.